Hey, everybody. Sorry about earlier. The alarm system was going off and fire department came and so anyways, let's do what we normally do. The chill stream at the beginning, let people come in and we will do the live stream. Enjoy and chill out and say hi to everybody. Hey, Prepper. Hey, Safe Walk. How you doing, Sarah? How you doing, Prepper? Hey, Country Boy. How you doing? And we'll wait a few minutes, let everybody say hello to each other, and we'll, I usually let one song play completely through before we start. But I'm driving right now. Just got off of work. Now I'm heading home. Hey, Amber Sis, how you doing? Hello, everybody that's joining. We're doing chill moment right now. Everybody say hello to everybody and get to know everybody. And after the one song stops, then we'll start the live stream, everyone. Like I said, I'm sorry about earlier. I had alarms and everything going off, and showed up, and I had to take care of that. That's one of the first live stream died so quick. But hope everybody's having a great night. Yeah, I feel you there, Amber. I'm done with this week also, and it's just the beginning of it. All right. Give me a second. Let me go park and get my third shift coffee. After I park, I'll turn the music off and we'll start talking. Start discussing. Person knows how to drive. All right. Hey, Jack. Hey, Danny. How y'all doing? All right. Let me get all this off. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Amber. Nice, Prepper. Nice. When are you picking it up? When are you picking up your AR, Prepper? Oh, I'm old. Too old for this. Let me go get my third shift coffee. Oh. Where's the service at around here?
Over here.
What's up, brother? Doing good, man. Doing good. Oh, so let's see here. Yeah, I am old. At least I feel old. That's one of the problems. I feel old. That's what happens when you work like me, 80 to 100 hours a week. Ugh. It's not fun. I got more gray hair than I ever thought I'd have. Oh, welcome back, Flock, sis. Lucky you, Flock. Lucky you, sis. Mine is creeping around all over my face. Oh. How you been, brother?
Good, good.
Good, good.
Busy?
Yeah, always with me. Yeah, it's always, man. Like every time, it's always something different. Somebody quitting, somebody.
Quitting?
Yeah.
Who quit?
One of the not at my area, but just in general, And they're asking us to work more and more overtime. To,
The same me that people quit.
oh yeah, brother, yeah. Oh, I
Same.
know. I'm gonna get all. I'm gonna go, brother. You working tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You take care. Oh. Oh. Anyways. Yeah, I know, right? I wish I didn't have any gray hairs either. That's funny. Oh, let's listen to some country while I smoke. Anyways, I am the third. Well, It's kind of weird. I'm the highest ranking CO in my security company, and I'm over security guards, but I also do security also. So I have more than one job in one job. I'm a level 4, and I work for a private security firm. Me too, Flock. Me too. I'm 38, sis. But it's one of those things. Like security. they may they made fun of security officers for the longest time. Like Paul Blart and all that stuff, like security guard. Yeah. Hey, Sweetly, how you doing, girl? Yeah, Jax. I also do all the trading. I do all the physical like self-defense classes. I do handgun training classes. I do all the level 4 classes, level 3 classes. Because level 2, you don't really need classes. You just hand them an exam, test, and let them learn it and pass it, because they don't need a weapons permit. Yeah, but before that, I used to work in the oil fields. I was a surveyor for the oil fields. I was a master roofer. I was also a machine specialist at a pipe manufacturing company. Then also I was the mechanical, the head maintenance worker for a turf and wildfire firefighter uniforms company. So I worked on all their machines and everything. Yeah, I understand, Jax. Yeah. But yeah, Wednesday I am going to go out to a place called Killeen, Texas, and going to go to Maddox Bridge, which is supposed to be one of the most haunted bridges in Texas, and it's also like 2 miles away from the most haunted bed and breakfast called the Black Swan Inn. Those two are the most haunted places in all of Texas. Hey, Ryan. Don't tell him about my side job there, Ryan. How you doing, Ryan, brother? But yeah, I've done everything, and well, pretty much everything. But it's we got all the rice burners out tonight. Woo! So yeah, I'll be headed out to Khalid, Texas Wednesday. I'm gonna do bushcrafting. I'm going to go there and paranormal investigate, and also in Killeen, Texas, there's also cryptids out there, and also UFOs. So it's a little bit of everything. I'm taking all my trail cam equipment. I'm taking my cameras, and also I'm checking out that bridge to start my YouTube web series called the Survivor Chronicles. I know I've said it multiple times, but the Survivor Chronicles is going to be like every other kind of survival TV show, except for it's going to have a plot. It's going to have, and the main goal is to get other YouTubers, and it's kind of like an end of the world event, where everybody makes their own little group and everybody's trying to survive and everybody's trying to live through the end of the world. And instead of talking about survival and like TV shows showing, oh yeah, people went and scavenged, food or whatever, it's going to be more of skills, tracking, hunting, scavenging, doing everything that you need to do, and showing bags, showing the gear that true survivalists and true preppers and stuff would carry on them in these end of the world type scenarios. Yeah, really prepper. I mean, I'm not a ghost hunter or anything. I'm really more of a cryptid hunter, but you know, ghosts are ghosts. You always just want to know the truth to everything out there. Thank y'all. Oh, that's only when she's there. Gotcha, brother. Gotcha. Yeah. Nice, Ryan. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me. You're gonna have to send me some pictures, and I'll tell you what kind of tracks and everything they are. But yeah, like I mean, like my channel. My channel isn't just for preppers, survivalists, or anything like that. There's plenty of things. There's plenty of fields and stuff like that, and hobbies that's on YouTube where where they go to dangerous situations and none of them are truly prepared for the bad, like people don't people in ghost hunting, people in cryptid hunting, and urbex exploring, they don't really carry a what if bag. And I like calling it a what if bag because you never know the scenario that you're going to be in. I mean, you could go to a place that's in the middle of God knows where country and break a leg just as easy as walking in the woods. You could go into a 200-year-old house and fall through rotten wood and break your leg, cut an artery. You can do whatever. You could slit. I've seen glass. I've seen 3/4 inch nails go through the foot of people. And if you've never experienced that kind of pain, you don't know what you're in for when that does happen. So my channel has been for everybody. Sorry if nobody likes country, but it's Texas. Sorry. You're going to hear country no matter what. And in that whole entire theory, that whole entire idea of this stuff, of what needs to be done, what, like, any of us preppers can say, we don't know what the end of the world scenario is going to be, because we don't. There's hundreds of scenarios, maybe thousands of different scenarios. I'm glad, David, because I like country too, especially old country. Your achy, breaky heart. Oh, Ryan. Oh, jeez. I love you, bro. But there is nice, David, nice. Yeah, I grew up with the old country. I grew up Conway, Conway Twitty, then the Possum. I grew up with all those old country. Because I like old country is because they talked about the truth. They talked about, it was only around the 80s and the 90s that they start singing about, my wife left me and took my house, my car, my dog Blue. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ryan. But, real country was about heartache, was about everyday life, struggling to survive. And that's the basis and that's the backbone of true preppers, true homesteaders. Not bushcrafters, not survivalists, but people that want to be able to be self-sufficient. Because all of these people came from hard-working farms, like how I grew up, When I was helping my grandfather on his farm, milking 300 head of cattle, we woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we did not go to bed until around 11 or midnight. And it wasn't just milking cows, it was taking care of all the other farm animals, taking care of the garden, all that stuff. And those type of scenarios. Hey, D, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I know, right, Ryan? Yeah, just play it in reverse. Right? Yeah. Yeah, D. Just play it in reverse. That's all you do. I mean, but that's the difference between country today and country from a long time ago. Like back then, most music was made about everyday life, and everyday life 60, 70 years ago is not the same as it is everyday life today. And that's what people need to realize, you know. Music nowadays has made people weak, has made people weak. I could go on with it, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I could down today's generation for hours, but I'm not. You know? But people need to realize about what it is to truly survive, how it is to be in real end of the world scenarios, because the end of the world scenarios that our forefather preppers and homesteaders that were teaching their grandchildren and their great grandchildren to watch out for is now finally coming around a corner. You know, it's coming to light. And it's like those Saturday morning. I'm glad, brother. But you, we have weakened the thought process of our grandparents. We have weakened the goals and the mentality that they have set on us. Because throughout the last 30 years, I'm just saying the last 30 years, just the 2000s alone has made people believe in fantasy more than reality. And, you know, there's people in here that is paranormal, there's people here that are cryptid, but even y'all can agree with me that the majority of humans today believe a load of fantasy. They believe they can't look at reality. It's like a vampire looking into the sun when you talk reality to them. They can't stand it. They want everything to be like the video games that they play every day. Hell, half of them, if a survival situation happened today, they're going to be, they don't even know how to boil water, let alone cook pasta. Right, prepper, yes. And, you know, I hate to say it, but it's my generation. It was my generation, the generation that was born in the 80s, that has the majority of the people that was born in the 80s. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's still a select few of us from our generation that still keep to the old ways. Right, D. Yes. You know, imagination. That's what's missing from this generation, the newest generation. There is no imagination. There is no way to think out of a situation, how to survive, how to make it back home. Hey, Beth. Yeah, you just walked in at the beginning of the buffet. How you doing, sis? But that's why I'm wanting to do my YouTube what is it called? Sitcom? I don't know. I don't know what you call it anymore. But the Survivor Chronicles, there's so much of that that survivor fantasy on TV that you only care if the people make it alive. You only care if your favorite character on it, say a TV show like The Walking Dead, lives, you know? But even, I mean, yeah, there's going to be death in the Survivor Chronicles because death is an everyday thing, especially in a end of the world scenario. Not everybody's going to live. Not everybody's going to survive. Even the most hard up, lone wolf type people are not going to survive because preppers of today, no offense, prepper, you know what I'm talking about though. But preppers of today believe that they are going to hunker down and outlive everybody. They think they're going to have a food supply and they're not going to have to worry. But in all reality, they are going to have to worry. Those are the ones that are going to die because they are not looking into the future. They are looking at now. They are looking at their stocks of now. They're not looking at all the scenarios that go into what happens when you have to start rationing. Because even as a prepper, even as a homesteader, we have preps to keep us ahead of the game. But in reality, that year's worth of food that we have is really not a year's worth of food because everybody thinks that they're going to be able to open up all this food and eat like a king for a year. And they're not. But TV and movies and a guy in complete black just walking across the street in the dark, yeah, those are the people that's going to die. Right, prepper, yes. They don't, stocking up on beans and rice and oats and all this stuff. Yeah, that's that helps you on the food end. But then they don't know, they don't have the knowledge like what you're saying to handle anything else afterwards. I mean, half of these people don't even know how to put solar together. Half of these people don't know how to hand pump water or hand drill a well. They think their limited stockpile of water is going to do them. Just because they got a Sawyer Mini doesn't mean that they're going to be able to go out and find water. Right, D, right. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Hey, Warhorse, how you doing? But yeah, that's why I'm going to start the Survivor Chronicles. It's going to be something that major TV shows and these big names, quote unquote survivalists, won't tell you. Like Bear Grylls and stuff. They say, if it's a stagnant pool of water or anything, don't drink it. You can't boil it. You can't do anything with it. But that's a BS. You can still hydrate your body. You just can't ingest it. So what you would do if you're on your 3-day mark or your 2-day mark of without water and you're in dehydration, you take a syringe, like you could take it with a squirt bottle. You could take it with a 16-ounce plastic bottle, but you fill it with that dirty water and you give yourself a water enema. You put that dirty water in your butt and you squirt it up. Yes, you're going to have diarrhea and everything after that. I mean, you're gonna have the squirts because it's going to lubricate your anus. But that water that's up in your intestines will be absorbed by your intestines and distributed out into your body. And your intestines is the biggest filtration system of your body. You can't do it multiple times, but you can do it to rehydrate your body to get you to a clean source of water. And I probably made a lot of people sick telling you that, but it's the truth, because you're not going to find clean, fresh water everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Take for instance, you're in Arizona, you're in Phoenix, and you're in the desert. How many clean, fresh drinking water sources is there out in the desert? Very, 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 very few. And if you're lucky, you may be able to find a Navajo or an Apache water well, which is a hole that's been ground into a gigantic rock that collects rainwater. But that's considered stagnant water. You can't drink it because of animals and feces and whatever. Sorry, I'm driving, everybody. It's hard for me to talk to chat. I'll check it here in a minute. But if it was fresh, but if you go there and there's a brown ring around it, because that's how the Navajo and the Apache saw if it's fresh water or not, is the brown ring around the top of it. If If it has a brown ring, it's stagnant. If it doesn't have a brown ring, it's clean, fresh water that just freshly fell. But if you were in a point or a situation like that, you could take that water, put it in a 16-ounce Coke bottle, or, whatever kind of bottle that you have with you, and seriously, give yourself a water enema, because you're going to rehydrate your body to where you can find fresh water. Because the first thing in dehydration is your organs are going to start shutting down. Your body is going to stop pushing blood through your body because your veins are going to be dehydrated, and it will not be able to push the blood through your veins. But they don't tell you that stuff on Survivor Man or Bear Grylls or whoever the hell else is out there, because people are afraid of hearing that. People get disgusted and queasy too fast. They are too babied in this day of age. If it doesn't ring with them, they want to hear it. And when I make the Survivor Chronicle, I'm going to tell you everything that's going to happen in a true situation. And if I have to, I'll drop my hands in it for you on camera, because lead by example, correct? I mean, that's what you do. I mean, you have to show people that this works. But it's like moss. It's like anything that is an absorbent plant. I mean, you can even take punk wood after. If you're not in an area that has moss that grows, like here in Texas, unless you're up in North Texas, moss doesn't grow here in Central Texas or Southern Texas. So, but there is plenty of punk wood, rotting wood that is at the sponge material. And if it's recently rained, that punk wood absorbs water. You can take handfuls of it and squeeze it into your mouth, and that wood still is a filtration system. It's not the cleanest filtration system, but it's rainwater in wood. So you can squeeze that into your mouth and get a few cups of water from it and continue and carry on. And also, after you squeeze that punk wood dry and everything, take that punk wood with you, and there you go. You have char wood. After it dries out and after it becomes spongy again, you can put it in a fire in a sealed tin and smoke it to the where it's at the point being, char wood, and it's just like, hold an ember and it will smolder, and it's just like what is it, horse hoof, horsehoof fungus. Horsehoof fungus. That's been used by cavemen since the beginning of time. Or quote unquote Neanderthals. But it's all right. Sorry, I just parked. Hey, Misty, how you doing? Hey, Steven, how you doing? Yeah, let me look up here a few minutes. Hey, Night Wolf, how you doing? Did you get that package yet? If you're really good at finding water with a pendulum, mini water. Yeah, D, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the old backdoor war horse. See, that's the thing. Fucking to 411 people that go out there with, say, 2 or 3, like 2 bottles of 16-ounce plastic bottles of water, because they think they're only going to be up there for an hour or two, and they're just going to get back on the trail and go back home. Then they end up getting lost. Yeah, prepper, yeah. Yeah, I do forestry maps and I do topo maps, yeah. Yeah, a lot of them don't even know how to process or capture any wildlife, Misty. Yeah, warhorse, yeah. I mean, that our native ancestors for over a year, Crazy Horse survived in the deserts of Nevada and Arizona and everything. And the U.S. Cavalry and the U.S. Army couldn't even do it. Yes, yeah, D. A little salt and water helps with absorption. Yes, it also replenishes electrolytes and everything in your body too. Oh crap! Well, you're not the only one that hasn't received it yet either. Like the Texas mail and everything is going so slow because they have a lack of workers and everything. Yeah, same here, Misty. Yeah. All right, Prepper. We'll be right here. Yes, Misty. Yeah. Every part of an animal is usable. Every part. From the teeth all the way to the claws, to the bones, to the skin. I mean, everything is usable. Then, even on rodents, after you've cooked rodents over a fire, you you can either eat them straight away or you can save those bones later and put them in water and make a bone broth, a bone soup out of it. And they're easily crushable. So you just break them up inside of whatever metal container you have, pour the water in, and everything from the fat, the marrow, all of it can be used. True, Warhorse brother. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, I remember D. Yes, sir, brother. Yeah, marrow will keep you alive in the longest. And like our Inuit brothers and sisters in Alaska, their main source in their survival pack, their survival food is whale blubber because it has multiple different uses. Like it can grease any kind of area that you want. It will leave a smell to attract other animals. You can leave small pieces, you can cut small pieces off of it and light it on. If you have a lighter, you can light it on fire and make a candle. I mean, there's so much you can do with animals, and yes, there's so much you can do with humans too, because we're animals also. Yeah, bear fat too. Yeah. Hey, Marissa. Hey, it's all good, sis. It's all good. Yeah, you can render fur. You can render fur into glue. Yes. Um, you can also you can also make. I mean, any animals that have waterproof fur, otters, deer, anything that has a tight knit fur system on it. A coarse hair system that sheds off water. So you can also cut off the skin, wear it around you, and have a rain deflector off of you. I mean, the rain would just run off, and you can literally walk through anywhere. Or if you're camping at a spot or whatever, and you're able to get a full deer pelt, you hang it over your A-frame and you aim that fur into the pot or whatever container that you have, and it'll run off that fur into your water. That's why teepees were made with both fur and skin, is so they could collect water from rain. Yes. Yeah, Misty. I mean, it's to help repopulate, help germinate whatever you're taking. But also, people don't understand is if you find a berry patch, if you find, say, blackberries, take what you need. Don't overtake, because that's what humans have been bred to do, is to overtake and overfeed themselves. So what you do is, if you come to an area and say you find wild onions, okay? Take 3 or 4 stalks of the wild onions because you're going to cook with it, okay? Don't take more than that, and leave the bulbs in the ground to regrow their stalks, because all you really need with wild onions is the green stalks. Yes, Warhorse, yes. And it also helped our bodies hold the tanned flesh onto our bodies too, kind of like a makeshift glue, but we could still take it off. Well, I hate to say it, but if it's in a survival situation, Steven, they can piss off. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm surviving, you know? Like, hey, CR, how you doing? True, you could, D, you could, but I'm just saying, you know, most survival situations and everything, you don't really need to take all the bulb or whatever, because most of the time in a survival situation and stuff, you're really not going to capture enough meat to literally flavor. You know what I mean? Most of the time, you're going to be continuously walking, you're going to be continuously moving from place to place. So just cut the stalks off, eat the stalks, and keep going. You know what I mean? If you sit there and yeah, I know with like green wild onions and stuff like that, you can just barely dig down, probably about what, maybe a half an inch to an inch, and just pull the bulbs out. But if you're just moving from place to place, don't worry about doing all that, because every calorie that you spend is a calorie you're not gaining back in a survival situation, you know? Yeah, but yeah, you can take a couple. I mean, but I just I just don't. My whole entire idea is if I'm lost in the woods, I'm getting back as soon as I can, and I'm going to eat what wild edibles I can find on the way to keep me motivated and keep me going. Oh yeah, Maria. Yeah. See, there we go with the mushroom talk. Like, I am not a mushroom person at all. Me and D and CR discussed that. Like, I just I just have such a fear of picking the wrong mushrooms in the wild. Like, I mean, I know D was teaching me and helping me understand mushrooms, but that's just one skill that even if I learned it, it's going to be hard for me to actually do in the wild, you know? Like, yeah, and yeah, right. How you doing, CR brother? How you doing? But there's differences in everybody, you know. Not, you know, there's some people that are so in tune with their knowledge of mushrooms or fungus and stuff like that that you know I would trust them to go out and forage for me if they were with me. But then there's some of us that have just been beaten in their head that mushrooms are poisonous. Mushrooms are poisonous. Like, if you pick the wrong one, you're a dead man. And I do not want to die that way. I do not want to die. You know, I would rather have a shaved albino Sasquatch come through the trees and everything and beat me to death at least I know I could at least try to fight back and survive that situation. But with mushrooms, it's a silent killer. Like you think it's a good mushroom, it tastes wonderful, but then you go to sleep and you're dead. And I know mushrooms grow a lot up north, you know, but like here in Texas, there's not that many. I don't really ever see mushrooms growing except for in cow patties. Hold on, everybody. My old girl is, my old dog is, she's on her last legs and I gotta help her up. Hold on. Y'all talk within each other. Sorry, everybody. I gotta clean her mess real quick. She defecated on herself, and I gotta clean her sleeping area. Give me give me like 5 minutes, okay? Give me give me like 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I just gotta take care of her, okay? Okay. Like, it's almost time to give her sleep. And I don't know how to handle that. You know, if it was a human, I could give two shits about. You know what I mean? Thank you, Misty, sis. But nice, D. Sorry, I'm just shaking. I'm tore up. Here, I'm gonna do open panel. I need to talk with people. I can't think. I can't think right. Right, flock. Right. She's been my girl for the longest. Like, I always thought it was gonna be. Hold on. Hey, Misty sis.
Hey, hon.
Hey.
I know it's not much help, but I can promise you one thing: you will see your pup again.
I know. We always. Hold on. Hey, Hellcat sis.
Hey, Maria.
She's probably having internet problems like she always does. But like we would always sit and watch, like I Am Legend and Last Man in the World on Earth, and he had that dog with him, and I was like, she's gonna be my. I always told her should be my partner in the end of the world, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got an old girl here that's going through much the same thing right now.
Yeah. ACR, bro.
Well, I can't have all the ladies have all the fun here.
Yeah, we were having fun in chat.
We made the best of it.
If you look back,
Yeah.
I was sharing hot chocolate with CR, and we were playing Keep Away, and
I lost my shoe. I had to use the chair to reach and get that shoe back from Misty.
Right.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you, sis.
I forgot to put my microphone in my headset. I do it all the time.
Hey, D, bro.
I can actually put a face to
Can you
the
guys hear
name
me?
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you,
Hey,
brother.
what's up, man?
Cool. This StreamYard thing, I can never tell if my mic's actually working.
Yeah, you're working.
Sucks.
Yeah, you're good,
I think
brother.
it all depends on how you hold your mouth as to how SteamYards is going to work.
Right, you got to hold your tongue one way.
Yeah.
I think StreamYard's a
Matt,
conspiracy.
somebody dug up my ginseng again this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I have 3 little plants in my lot, and they actually came onto my property and dug it up.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh man,
That's rude.
That's how people are.
that's extremely rude. Like nobody's coming to my house and digging up my plants.
They couldn't leave
Right.
3 little ginseng plants alone. They had to take them. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
They weren't even that big. Like, they wouldn't be worth anything, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even worth it. It's just like doing it to be a dick at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Lay down, baby girl. Just lay down and get comfortable.
You know, Matt, if you need to, you could actually, if she's in pain, you could
Yeah.
actually give her one of those low dose aspirins, the 81 milligram.
Like the baby aspirins?
Not so much the baby ones, but the low dose, the coated ones.
Hey, Bessis. Okay.
Hey, Matt.
Give her one
Hey,
of those.
Maria.
Hi, Beth.
I wouldn't give any more than 2 a day,
Hey,
Okay.
Sierra.
but it might help with the pain a bit.
Hey, Dee.
Yeah, she's.
Oh,
Hey,
She doesn't
Misty.
even have this. She doesn't even have the strength to like hold herself up. Like I have to hold her to let her use the bathroom. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I'm being selfish. I know I am. And
Can I ask you a question, Matt? When she is
Yeah.
up, is she doing what they call knuckling, where her paws are folding under?
yes, yeah.
It sounds almost like she may have had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one side of her mouth is drooped down, and
Yep,
she's half
that's a stroke.
cow and half.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
had a stroke.
Yeah, she had a stroke.
Great. And there's nothing I can do to help her after that, right?
Right.
Not really. Just
Yeah.
love her.
That's all I can do with my job.
Well, Matt, a lot of people may not understand, but dogs can sense things you can't put into words. She knows how you feel about her.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm quite sure that she feels the same for you.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that animals don't have emotions, but they do.
mhm.
Oh, I know they do. I know.
And I'm not saying that to upset you, Matt.
Nah, you're not.
That's so touching.
An animal will try to comfort you when they're the ones
Give me a
suffering.
second.
Yeah.
I mean, that shows emotion right there.
And it may not be any comfort, Matt, but Beth can vouch because she was there. The spirits were asking for you.
Yeah.
We did a spirit box session on like father, like son tonight, and the spirits were asking for you.
I think they sort of missed their Morse code, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt, if it's any help
Sorry.
when that time does come, contact me and I'll help her cross.
Thank you.
You're so awesome, Missy.
No, I'm just a person. I'm not all that in a bag of chips.
Me
Well,
too.
you're an
No,
awesome
too,
man.
Matt. I'll be there for you also.
What was that, CR?
I said you're a pretty awesome bag of chips then.
Oh, thank you.
I agree with him.
I'm blushing now. Can't you tell my deer is turning red?
Yeah.
No. It's from the hot chocolate.
It's from the hot chocolate.
It's still hot.
She's sitting in the chair turning red.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm always the strong one, and
It's understandable, Matt.
Matt, that's what friends are for. Is somebody for you to lean on and somebody to talk to. We're not
You don't always
100%.
have to be the strong one.
No.
I'll be the strong one.
You know something, Matt? It takes more strength of character to ask for help than it does to stand alone.
Absolutely.
I'll let you be the strong one next time I have a stroke, okay?
Yeah.
It's okay, Matt.
Well, just think when she does go, she'll be able to stand again.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about the circle of life, and this is part of it.
He said he'd be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never easy. Letting go.
No,
Mm-mm.
it
No matter
isn't.
whether
I
it's
hope
an
I go
animal
before
or a
my
person.
dog.
I'm actually thinking I'm going to do a series on grief on my channel.
There we go. It's something a lot of people need, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
talk about it and stuff.
It's
Yeah, a lot
not
of
just,
people think they have nobody they can talk to, and they just suffer on their own.
Mm-hmm.
well, a lot of people don't realize that you can grieve over losing a job, losing a
Oh, yeah.
friend. It's not just death. It's
Nope.
other things. Like
Yes.
everybody being shut in causes a certain amount of grief.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. Hellcat, just having somebody to talk to makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
As silly as this may sound, I had those, oh, darn. What are they called? The brine shrimp?
Yeah. Sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys, yeah.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was doing that for my son, and he was a preschooler at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a lot of work and time into that, and they got pretty big. And he dumped them out on the carpet one day, and I cried.
Well, hey, I bury my fish.
He thought that I was going to be
Nice
able to pick them up out of the carpet and put them back in the water, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Like I've been avoiding doing series like that type of stuff, like the grief and all that. But and it's going to sound dorky, but the spirits are really pushing me to do it.
yeah. Thank you all.
A lot of people need that right now because we all know somebody
Mm-hmm.
that is affected by the virus and
Well, it's not just the virus; it's the
and
whole
so many things.
Yeah.
So we all know somebody at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Within the first
I had to
couple
go
of
and
What was that,
I had to
D?
go and yeah. What was that, D? Go ahead, brother.
within the first couple of weeks of the coronavirus sweeping through our nation, close family friend died of the coronavirus.
Yeah, I lost my mother to it.
Yeah, it was just. I'm sorry to hear that. That's horrible.
I lost a couple of friends too, so
Mm-hmm.
I feel with you. I feel with you all.
I just thought that was a good example to say that we're all affected by it right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Mhm.
caught what I said, Matt. I'm seriously thinking about doing a bunch of live streams and doing a series on
Yeah.
grief and ways of dealing with stuff.
I would
More
do it, sis.
more constructive ways of dealing with things.
Yeah.
You okay, Matt?
Yeah, I just I'm not a drinker, but I went and got me I busted my bottle of Jaeger open, and I'm
Oh
starting to feel
hell!
good now.
I could
Just
drink
don't
some
hit
of
it
that
too
with you.
hard.
I have a
That's
whole bottle
in your stomach.
in the cabinet.
Right.
I think I have
Like,
whiskey.
I just
What was that, CR?
I said I think I have whiskey.
Well, every time, don't laugh, but every time I see your name, CR, the only thing I can think of is Crown Royal.
Yeah, right? I see it in purple too.
Yeah.
I don't really
No.
drink so much
Fine. I'll go get the
anymore.
bottle and show you guys. No.
Crown,
Just kidding.
Crown Royal was my drink back when I was young.
Oh, I've been a tequila girl for a long time.
See, I used to love tequila, but then I got sick on it.
Hmm.
And
Oh, I've heard these
yeah, yeah. Jose Cuervo 1800. That coming back up, just I lost
Yeah,
my
it's not
taste
joyous.
for it. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I mean,
burns.
yeah, and I mean, it's Jose Cuervo. It's not really real tequila, but it
Yeah.
has the same smell though.
Uh-huh.
And I just
Oh, I got the hiccups.
I've stockpiled so much alcohol and everything for like bartering items and stuff, and I was like, I quit
Well, not
I
that,
quit.
but
Do what?
alcohol is good for emergency situations too. It
Oh
can
yeah,
alleviate shock and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I make a lot of my tinctures and everything out of the 110 proof vodka that I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I might want to talk to you sometime privately, Matt, because I want to get into trying to make my own tinctures, but I'm just
Okay.
not
That's
quite
always
sure.
fun.
Yeah. We could do that. We could do that. We could do a live stream on it. And like I can show you my tincture kit and my ointment kit, like
Yeah.
my salves, however
Yeah,
you
because I've
call
got a
it.
lot of stuff here growing wild that I could use. It's just I'm not sure of amounts and stuff. And I know
Mhm.
some of it can be not too good for you if you get the wrong thing going.
Yes. Yeah. Everything had like too much of it, but it also goes with not enough of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like juniper berries. Juniper berries, you can boil them in water. You have to harden the berries. I mean, you have to soften the berries up to peel off
Mhm.
the skin. Then, you can take that skin, you can
Hey,
dry out the
Shelley.
skin and make hey, Shelly, sis, how you doing?
Yeah, like there's all
But
kinds of stuff and ways that people can
yeah,
try because juniper berries actually are very good for vitamin C and stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, yeah, they are. Right when they're almost purplish blue.
Yeah.
Like,
And can't you eat the tips off of like pine, the new growth
yeah,
off of pine trees too?
yes,
Some kinds of
you can take it, not white pine, but red. Not white cedar, but red cedar. You can eat. You can dry out the older branches, like the older pine needles on it, and you can make it into a tea, or you
Yeah.
can get the young ones and boil it in water and also crack open 2 juniper berries, boil it all together, and drink it, and it'll cure your chest congestions. It'll also cure your throat of like phlegm, especially if you're smokers. Like it'll
Yeah.
make you cough up the tar and everything. And like breathing it in is kind of like Vicks vapor rub, kind of also.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I know I've been researching a lot of different treatments for asthma because my husband has asthma, and if the shit hits the fan, sorry for my language,
Yeah.
that's going to be one of
Oh,
the issues. Is he's not going to be able to get his medications.
I
yes.
have a suggestion for asthma.
Go ahead, D.
You can, now this is highly unconventional, obviously, take what I have to say at a grain of salt and experiment at your own will. But
Brother, this channel's for
speaking,
any suggestions.
I am speaking though from personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
There's a plant out there called Gemstone Weed. It has a
Yeah,
very
I've heard of
bad
it.
reputation for being highly poisonous, etc., so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
Now, you don't hear about it very often, but some individuals have found that smoking it helps dilate the bronchial passageway.
You'd have to be
So
really
it helps.
careful about amount, though.
Yeah. Isn't
Uh,
it
it's you roll up a dried cigarette worth of it.
Yeah.
You take a puff or two, and once you feel like it's working, you can probably put it
stop.
down. It's pretty straightforward. You
Yeah,
don't keep
a lot
puffing
of
on that
people.
asthma inhaler,
right? Well, it's just like those what are they? The water vapor, the water vapor
The vape.
inhalers.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just like a blast of like cooling menthol water that
Yeah.
splashes into the throat and opens up the passageway too.
There,
And see, that's kind of weird
there
to
are
me
some
because,
things. There are
you
some things
put
to note.
liquid in your lungs, you get pneumonia.
Yeah.
There
Well,
are definitely some important things to note if you are going to try this, experiment with
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
It has a tendency to bring your digestive system to a bit of a grinding halt.
Yeah.
And
So
that's where
it's a good
plantain
idea.
comes in good.
Yeah.
It's a good idea not to consume heavy food or a lot of solid food after partaking in this Gemstone Weed cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
But after 10, 12 hours or so, then I think you're very well into the clear at that point.
The other thing
Some,
I've heard that
Mhm.
works, not to interrupt you, D, is bay leaf. If you burn a dried bay leaf and have them inhale it, it'll open up their lungs as
I
well.
haven't heard of this. That sounds very interesting. The bay leaf has a bit of an effect similar to cannabis, from what I've
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
wouldn't smoke it though.
experienced.
Like you wouldn't roll it up and smoke it, but just inhaling
Kind of like
the
an
smoke from
incense.
it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been in smoking mixes for quite some time.
Yeah. Like
It's
Black
not
Lotus and
necessarily
stuff like that.
non-toxic or
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Shelly. Yeah, I about had a breakdown. Like my dog's dying. Like my companion. So that's why I'm sniffling. I'm trying to harden back up because I can't break my image at work. So yeah.
And
But
yeah, CR, that's the other thing. A steam room, if you can get the
mhm.
proper herbs, will work really good.
Yes. Yeah. There's also a South American root called a taca root, and with the taca root, it grows in it grows in wet wet environments, like heavily wet environments. But it's kind of like a potato. And what you do is you take that root. It looks like a ginseng root mixed with a potato, and they cut off like the top 3 corners of it, and they will they'll put it in a bonfire, and and the whole entire area will inhale it, and it's supposed to open up the passageways, and it's supposed to increase blood circulation, and it has like 5 different like medical like benefits to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what I was talking about, there's so many people that have medical conditions, and then and don't worry about saying shit hit the fan, because I say it all the time, sis. So
Oh no, no, you asked Beth. I actually got told off for my language by the spirits tonight.
Really?
Oh yeah, didn't they, Beth? Beth. Hello. Did the spirits not give me a hack?
Yeah. Yeah. They said language.
Well, because you're such a good soul, Misty, and I think you surprised them.
You freaked them out.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I can swear with the best of them.
Oh, I know. I can cuss like a sailor. It's terrible.
Right, Maria.
But yeah, Matt, I don't think that you ever did give me your Facebook link.
I don't have Facebook. I only got Twitter.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah. I don't.
Yep, I don't have Twitter.
I'm
not
a
whatever you want to call it.
I'm not a Facebook imp. I don't mean to say that. There's too much on Facebook.
Yeah,
I hardly even go to Facebook. I just use Messenger. I got Facebook for Messenger.
It's pretty much.
I play a couple games on it.
Yeah, me too. I do that. I play my dice merge and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. I ain't got the time for it all. I barely have time for YouTube, let alone anything else.
Right.
Well, you know what I find hilarious about certain medicinal stuff? Like, I'm going to bring out the science geek in myself, guys. I'm in grade 9, I tested at a high college level in biologies and stuff.
Nice.
So I'm very much they offered me a scholarship in grade 9.
Sweet.
To go to college for biologies.
That's awesome.
But anyways, a lot of people aren't aware of it. They're so against pot. But did you know that every portion of your body, and I mean every portion, has receptors for the pot?
Yes. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago.
But yeah, people say that it's bad for you, but your body wouldn't have receptors if it wasn't used.
Right. I tell you what, my mom used to smoke. She said it helped her breathe sometimes.
Yeah, it's good for pain. It's good for emotional, like if you've got depression.
Yeah.
People with chemo keeps their stomach settled.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, I've used cannabis for motion sickness, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I get car sick all the time.
The receptors, the human body being what it is, it would not have these receptors built in to its body if it wasn't meant to be used.
Right.
Oh, well, it's just like the human body, the human anatomy and everything. We process raw food, like raw meat and everything, 10 times better and more efficiently than we do cooked meat.
It's
But-
funny you said that, Matt, because the only way I can eat a steak and not get sick is if it's blue rare.
Yeah, same here. Same here,
I
sis.
can't eat anything that's cooked more than blue rare for
Yeah.
beef.
What the heck
Oh,
is
wow.
blue
I
rare?
can eat hamburger and stuff cooked all the way through, but a steak I can't.
It's and that's one of the things that I mean Bear Grylls, like, I always call him, propane grills or whatever,
Mhm.
but but he always did prove that, he did prove that theory, multiple times. He would just eat raw meat. He would eat the fish raw. He would eat whatever he can get his hands on raw. And there he even showed he was trapped in the art one part of Canada, and he found a frozen dead deer that was killed by a landslide, and he just took a chunk of meat and just like chewed into it, and nothing went wrong with him. And
Yeah,
but
that's taking
yeah,
a
I
risk.
always makes CR great.
I do play
Shelley.
devil's advocate a little bit. I don't do it to be a dick,
Yeah.
but it's kind of in my nature to be contradictory sometimes. Just
There's
a
nothing
little
wrong
bit.
with that.
When there's maybe important things to point out, it's not necessarily a good idea to eat raw meat.
No, not
at
for
all.
everybody. No.
At all for anyone. That the parasites potentially are fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at pork. Pork, if you boil pork, you will
Just
bring
fish.
out fish too.
Pork, fish,
I mean,
bear.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
You
much
get
any creature
Antibiotics from bear too.
has
Yeah.
parasites. Even we have parasites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Keep all
just
over our
saying,
eyelashes and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
If
thanks,
you cook
Hellcat. I
your
really
meat-
needed that visual.
I know, right?
Oh, that's
if
nasty.
you cook the meat really well, then you don't have to worry about the parasites being in you as much. You
Yeah.
can kind of
And if your immune
around that.
system is intact and fully functioning, a lot of that stuff your body will fight.
Yeah.
As well.
Well,
But
I mean, y'all have heard about the tapeworm diet that's going on in
That's
California
crazy.
right now, right?
that is wow.
Yeah, like literally, it's a new
Mhm.
weight loss thing, and they give you a shot glass full of 100 tapeworms, and
Yeah.
make you
No.
What?
I think they've been
Yeah.
doing this since the 50s. I don't think
Yeah.
there's anything new to this.
Well,
Yeah.
it died out. It died out like in the 60s because people
Mhm.
were getting the tapeworms in their eyeballs and stuff like that. But
That
now
sounds-
they came out with a procedure to extract it from you after like 3 months.
No.
So now
no,
it's
no,
healthy.
No.
Haven't heard of that
Not
one.
going there.
Usually they just give you
No.
I
drugs.
think I'd rather just not eat.
Ivermectin.
Yeah, me too.
Ivermectin
I don't
is
feel
the
hungry
one that they
anymore.
usually use for
CR, right?
That's not just a no. That's a hell no.
Yeah, I'm not sticking 100 tapeworms in
Pollen.
me just to lose weight.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
There is a excellent podcast out there on parasites
yeah,
called This Week in Parasitism, or TWIP.
yeah,
Oh.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've listened to that one before.
Yeah.
It's worth a good listen. It's very informative. I started listening to it at least 4 years ago.
Yeah,
And learned an awful lot from it. There's very interesting stuff on there about things like hookworm and trichinosis.
Yeah.
All sorts of things. Liver fluke,
Yeah.
I
malaria.
used to watch that show, Monsters Inside Me.
Oh,
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 yeah, I
that's
couldn't do
delightful.
that.
okay.
A
My
lot of that's
skin is
on the
crawling.
same level. I believe one of the individuals on TWIP consulted for Monsters Inside Me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of that's crazy.
Yeah, can I address something that Shelley said?
Yeah, go ahead, sis.
You're saying you can't get pot, but if it's legal, I think most places now are doing the CBC type gummies and the oils that you can put on your skin.
Yeah, the CBD.
Yeah.
CBD.
Or you can do dandelions, dandelion tea,
Yeah, that
and
works.
stuff like that helps
Yeah.
with pain.
Yes. Dandelion tea is one of the most potent teas out there, except for, basic potent teas. I
You want to
mean,
get a laugh? I was going to harvest some out of my backyard. They finally came up over the last couple days. I went and grabbed
nice.
my little thing to harvest it, get out there, and I only had like 5 of them.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
if
thought
you
my
can't
dog eaten
find dandelion, you could always find plantain.
Yeah, I've got plantain
Yes.
all over the place. But yeah, my dogs ate all my dandelions before I could get to them.
Well, Misty, in your area, you also, me and Dee talked about this and everything, but there's also wild lettuce that you can get in your area. I
Yeah.
mean, it grows rampant out there, and it's like it has the same characteristics as morphine, but it is
it's
not
actually
morphine.
in North Carolina. It's actually protected.
Is it now?
Yes.
What?
Oh my goodness. They're
I'm
saying
sure people
medicine.
looking for
You
their
can't
next
have
diet.
that.
Yeah, I know,
What?
right?
Exactly.
Natural medicine, hell no.
Hmm.
But that's the
You
thing.
get caught picking that, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I'm
the
just
same thing
starting
that
to learn
happened
about the
with.
plants here.
Yeah.
Like I know I've got a lot of plantain, and I know raspberry leaves can be used.
Yes. Raspberry,
Oh.
blackberry, any berry leaves are good for minor symptom pain relief.
Yeah.
Like blackberry leaves is for headaches, for like minor swelling. It's kind of like an acetaminophen without the headache relief.
One thing
Without
I'm
the
trying to find
pain relief.
around here that I can get and plant is a linden tree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can
A what?
always go the
A
willow
linden
bark
tree.
route.
Mm.
Every
what, Dee?
part of that tree, including the sap, is usable medicinally and food.
Yes.
A willow bark.
Yes, willow bark, yes.
Yeah, and birch too. The inner
Yes.
candium of the birch, candium of the
Yep.
birch can be used. And birch is
River
good for
birch.
starting fires too.
Here's another thing for anybody that has sexual problems, like especially men. You can use
No.
you can use river birch roots, grind it up, and you also use a little bit of yahimbi and mix it
What
together.
the heck is Yahimbi?
Yahimbi is a African tree root, but it grows out here in Texas and Arizona and Nevada because that's the only areas that it's meant
Now,
for.
what do you do with the river birch?
River birch, you go and
Mhm.
you get the tips of the roots.
Maria has some personal interest in this.
You get the tips of the roots, where what they call the head of the root.
Okay.
You cut it off probably about between an inch to an inch and a half to where it stops being white and it starts turning brown.
You would
And-
basically go like Matt, correct me if I'm wrong, but to find that you would look at the top of the tree, find where the outer edge of the tree is,
Yes.
and go. That's where you would dig in the ground. Is at that outer edge
Yes.
to get
And
those.
but if it is by a riverbank, those roots will produce outwards from the riverbank into the river water, so it's an easier find.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
And you grind it up and you do what with it?
you grind it up and you mix it with yohimbe, and you take it like a BC powder. You mix it all together and you grind it into a mortar, and you just take it. But
And where
the
does
bad
one
thing
find
is,
a yohimbe stuff?
Yohimbe, you can either buy saplings and grow them around where you are, or you can actually go to herbalist shops and get yohimbe pills, and
Or
you just
order it
open
off
it
the
up
internet?
and it's the powder.
I would
Yeah,
be
you can
careful about
order.
ordering it off the internet.
Yeah, I mean, there's some good naturalist shops that are real, but then there's some places that have 50% yohimbe and 50% like horny goat weed.
Yeah, that
So
was what I was gonna suggest. It's just horny goat weed. That's
yeah,
been used
Yeah.
by the hippies
This is
forever.
funny. Hellcat
You're
and
right.
CR are having dueling mute buttons.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Well, you guys have a big interest in it. I mean, I'm not worried about this so much. I'm just
Well,
saying.
CR, you need to be listening for the future.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
I'm
you're
just-
I know you ladies
It'll
are taking
happen.
notes.
I'm just saying, because CR, even half of our prepper community is people 50 plus years old.
And I hate to tell you,
So
CR, at one point in time, it happens to every man.
yes, it does.
I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but it will. And it
Don't.
happens to women, too.
Don't
And it's going to
embarrass-
affect
don't-
me. It's going to affect me at one point too because of my diabetes. So I need to learn this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, see, most guys don't realize,
Is
but
this
women
where I
go
close
through
my
it, too.
ears? I'm just saying.
But
Yeah.
Go ahead, Misty. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying it happens with women, too. Men
Yeah.
may not realize, but women go through it, too.
Oh yeah. And the thing with yohimbe, it also enhances your sexuality too. It makes you
It makes you
And-
sexier.
That's
well.
Now you got my attention.
Whoa. Okay, I'm listening.
That's what I was just thinking, too, Matt.
I'll start taking notes now.
Oh Lord.
No, it increases your lust of it. Like
Can you imagine, Matt, not to interrupt you, but I just gotta throw this out there. Can you imagine mixing up that combination and throwing a big pool party with a hot tub?
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
That would be a party to remember.
It'd be like what do you call that movie? Like Porky's or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to throw that out there. It just
Well,
that was a brain fart.
A couple
That's
of
a heck of an image. Thank you, Misty.
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, dude. What now?
a couple of subjects here. Liquor
Yeah.
and aphrodisiacs. I know of a liquor from Mexico that has the reputation of being an aphrodisiac, made with
Tequila.
Damiana.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of
Made
it,
with
but I've
what?
heard of what you're talking about.
It's made
What's
with
it made with?
Damiana.
What the hell is that?
Damiana.
Is there anything normal out there? Like just I don't know, an elm tree?
Actually, elm trees
Right.
can be used for stuff too, Wildcat.
Okay.
Yes.
How about this?
Okay.
If you
Right.
catch it at the right time of year, you can collect pine pollen. And pine pollen you can make a really good extract with, and it's testosterone replacement
Yes.
Yeah.
kind of
Yes.
a thing.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
that'd
also,
be
I think,
great
good
for
Also-
my
thyroid.
allergies.
Also, fatwood sap from pine trees. When you cut into a pine tree, okay, pine trees has turpentine in it, and turpentine, well, it has a form of turpentine. It uses it to kill whatever damage has been done to it. So,
Yep.
when you get to, say you cut off a branch, like just cut off like an inch of a branch and leave 5 inches. That the turpentine
God.
sap will go into that branch, and it will also start pussing
Hey,
up
Derek.
the pine sap. The pine sap has over 500 different uses, from being a glue to being able to put it into your gums to be a nicotine replacer. It can also whiten your
Really?
teeth. It can, yeah, I mean, you can dry it out and it will become harder than a bullet, and you can use it in a slingshot and kill somebody with it. That's what the Cherokee used to kill small game. And you can also dry it completely out and crush it and add a small amount of dandelion milk to it, slur it together, and make a tonic drink out of it that is almost as a form of acid or ecstasy,
Oh,
and
joy.
it'll also give you the boost of 10 men. So yeah,
Sounds unique. Have you tried this?
Yeah,
yes,
Beth, for your
I have.
allergies, it's going to sound totally weird,
Yeah.
but
Does it,
it was right on the tip of my
does
tongue.
it change your blood pressure?
Probably. No?
No. It
Oh.
it increases your heart rate, but it increases your heart rate to what is it? To
Compensate.
compensate for the blood flow that is going to your extremities.
It would have to dilate the blood vessels too.
Yes. Yeah.
Sits here in awe.
I've got it now, Beth. I'll look it up to be sure and send it to you. But I think if you take ragweed and make a syrup out of it, like boil it down so it's like a syrup, that will
Mhm.
drastically help with your allergies.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I'm allergic to ragweed.
Local honey is supposed to be good for allergies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
wild
gotta be
jasmine.
local.
Royal jelly.
Wild jasmine. And
But-
royal jelly, yes. If you're lucky enough to find the royal jelly.
Yeah.
You
Well,
were
I hate
talking
to do
about
this, guys, but it's after 2 a.m, so I gotta go get my beauty sleep.
You go ahead,
Yep.
Missy sis. Thank you for being up here.
Take care,
And
Misty.
Yep.
Love
Yeah,
y'all.
take care.
I'll have
You too. Be good. Or good
I'll
at
have
it.
Beth send you a message when I do another live, and we could go over tinctures and everything.
Okay, well, I would love to just talk in private sometime.
Yeah, we could do
The
that too,
way
sis.
the way I knew that I was allergic to ragweed is I thought it was goldenrod, and
Oh,
the
no.
allergist said no. The ragweed comes out at the same time. It's the ragweed.
Yeah.
oh boy.
Actually, very few people are actually allergic to goldenrod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goldenrod has been known to be a killer of like 100 men. Like, so You can actually use goldenrod in mass quantities and melt it. Tincture it down with rubbing alcohol and make it into a poison. So, yeah. So you can poison people with it.
Nice.
Here, everybody got silent.
Even more information, Matt.
I
Yeah,
was reading
sorry.
up on plantain a couple of days ago, and that is good for every bit of you, inside and out.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so is aloe, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
used to drink aloe juice when I had the
But on that note, sweet dreams,
ulcers.
everybody.
Sweet
Take care,
dreams,
Miss
be good.
Sis.
Good night, Misty.
Good night. So if I ever hand you a shot glass of unknown liquid, you know it's your time and you're going to become my midnight snack.
Oh my goodness.
He's
Good
back
Lord.
eating his friends again.
Oh my.
You know, I haven't played that game, you know, of here, try this since Renaissance Fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like guess the drink.
No,
Oh,
no.
and
No, no,
the
no.
multitude of drinks that I have tried
Right.
is kind of insane.
Oh yeah. Like
My uncle gave me a glass of Red Ant lemonade, and that was the last time I
What?
took anything from him.
No doubt.
So
It
I got to
tasted
try
like
all
pink
the
lemonade, though, and it looked like it.
Oh God.
yeah.
I got to try a lot of the leftover bottles from one of the Viking encampments that I helped
Oh
pack up
nice.
camp. So it
Oh, I
always
love
pays
hunting
off
meat.
to stay behind and lend a hand to those who need a little extra help to get the hell out when time comes. And they're like, oh, I've got a 6-hour drive back home, you know, or whatever, you know. I've
Right.
got work on Monday. Oh, God.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
all
Matt,
the
I'm
kids
gonna
are
go too. I'm gonna get down and get off here and
All
chill
right,
out and
sis.
relax.
Take
All
care.
right, I'll
Thank you
talk
for
to you
being
later.
up here.
Thanks. All
Take
right,
care,
guys. Be
sis.
good. All right, bye bye.
Night, Maria.
Night, Beth.
Then there was 4.
At least we have the fun guy here. I mean, fun guy. Never mind.
Right.
The mushroom, yeah.
The fuck was that?
I told you
I
to.
swear I just saw a deer on 2 legs just run by my cars.
You're the one into cryptid, so.
Yeah.
Do you have kangaroo down there? No.
No in Texas, probably.
Do you know the story of
Yeah.
the deer woman?
Well,
Navajo story.
I mean, it could have. It was just out of the corner of my eye. I mean, but I heard the patter. I saw a deer, but I only heard 2 legs. I didn't hear 4. Hold on.
It was dancing.
Okay. Well, all the women that you meet in the future, make sure they have human feet and not hooves.
Right? Ain't that the
goodness.
truth? What the hell?
Hey,
Alright,
we're
well,
pretty
it's on now.
even male female up here, and now I'm the only female. Uh-oh.
I know, right? It's all good, man. Okay. Sorry, I was checking on my dog. She was holding her breath for some reason. It's getting harder for her to breathe. So,
Oh, no.
Yeah. And my I'm gonna wake up at 9 and go to the vet and get a. I guess I'm gonna go home and get a. I ain't go and get a at home euthanize kit.
Well, she may also save you from that too.
Yeah.
But that's not easy to do. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easier for me to do it than Miss Star because she's lost way too much this year. You know, she's lost her dad, she lost her brother, she had nobody of her family left. So, losing her dog. Fuck is running around out in my woods. Get the fuck out of my woods, whatever you are.
That'll work every time.
Yeah. Sorry. There's something running around in the woods and I don't know what the hell it is. Now, Miss Star yelled out the window, "What?"
You need to just, load up the shotgun with a little bit of rock salt and shoot it in that direction.
Yeah, I got my shotgun right by the door, so I got my 12 gauge.
You know what I feel like might be the better option than regular rock salt? Might be something like Epsom salt.
I got Epsom salt.
Yeah, can do with that too.
Honestly, using that around will be better on your local greenery than regular rock
Yeah,
salt.
it actually help it.
Yeah.
In fact, if you ever have a plant that's kind of dried out in the pot and you're like, oh, I forgot to water it, and you try to water it and the water just kind of beads up and runs right off it, throw some Epsom salt into your water and stir it up a little bit before you use that water to water that plant, and
I know a bunch of little gardening tricks.
It'll soak into the pot a lot easier.
I didn't know that about the Epsom salt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you only need like a tablespoon or two for
okay.
the watering can. It's not very much.
It's only like a tablespoon to a gallon.
Yeah, it's not something that you use a whole lot of. That's for sure.
Okay, it's kind of like the portion of bleach to water to purify water is, one droplet to every 1 gallon.
It's so friendly to the immediate environment that it's considered an organic method.
Yes.
It
Right.
implies it's organic gardening.
Okay.
So,
That's cool.
Yep.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go get my shotgun.
If you start up that little encampment, I can be the gardener. Or at least gardening tips. Because I knew that. I can oversee it.
Pretty well versed in gardening, I'd say. And to a point now that I kind of like to focus more on building ecosystems and something similar to food forest.
Yeah, you want something more sustainable, right? In the long term.
I want to be able to walk away from it and have it still produce food.
Right.
And then come back and, hey, there's food.
So,
I
Shotgun's
wish
right
I
here.
could get someone else on board in this house with me because physically I can't do this myself anymore. I
Yeah.
need help, but
Mhm.
Ava
Well,
has
that's
absolutely zero interest, and Glenn has next to zero energy. So,
Uh, in
well,
in
sis, if I
gardening,
was still there, I'd help you. You know I would.
I would help too, but I don't have a
Yes.
passport.
Oh,
and
CR.
I keep telling the both of them, we got to do something. You are watching shelves be emptier and emptier in the grocery stores. We're going to go
Yeah.
hungry if we don't do this.
Right.
And remember, it's just the beginning of spring. April.
Gosh.
We're not
Hey,
even in the summer yet.
you guys grow any beets?
I would.
Beets are a great thing to start planting now,
Yeah, anything
or
that's a root
outside of
vegetable.
frost. Yeah.
Well, actually, it's warm enough here in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's where I'm
You
in
guys are lucky
California.
it's warm down there. If I told you
I'm
guys the
in a
temperature right now, you guys
special-
feel cold.
Right now, anyway, I'm in a special little pocket of California that's considered a Mediterranean climate. So I can grow darn next to just about anything, I feel like. But
I'm not the same
there
way
are
here in
exceptions.
Texas.
Yeah,
Pretty big
normally I would have plants started already.
Yeah, I
we
got a
can
few
get
started inside.
we can get like 3 planting seasons here.
You know, citrus make excellent house plants. You can start them from seed, and then you get a different little, genetic variant of a citrus of your own.
Well, last year I had essentially what I called a salad garden that I grew inside.
Nice.
What'd you grow?
Well, lettuce, carrots, onion,
More things
Tomato?
to make me hungry. Yeah.
tomato. Even though I'm allergic to it, I still eat little bits of it here and there.
Oh, fair enough.
I got a
grow
few
some,
started right now.
I grow some yellow Thai. That's a favorite here. Let's see if I can find some. I have so many seeds freaking everywhere. It's kind of hard to keep track of. You gotta organize these things better. It's on my to-do list.
And actually, right now is a good time to be starting peas because it's still cool enough at night that the peas will do well.
Well, it's way too cold here.
Not here.
Still got snow, CR.
No. Snow's gone, but it's 20 Fahrenheit out.
Oh, well, screw that.
Yeah, it's like 71 here. So.
Share some warmth here. Send me some warmth.
What is 20 Fahrenheit? What is it, like 40 degrees?
No, that's what I no that
Fahrenheit, that's our measurement.
Yeah.
I mean Celsius.
That's
Oh,
-7. I actually did it for you.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, I'm not here. I'm trying to find wherever that deer went.
Holy,
oh dear!
Oh, that's a lot of basil seed. I gotta plant some of that.
Kick this freaking
Oh,
thing
Derek's
in the
still
head
here.
if it gets around here.
Beets. I got beet seed coming out the yin yang.
And I can actually say I'm a Yankee Southerner because I'm from the North and live in the South.
No way.
Yeah, way.
No way.
For real?
Yeah, way. For reals.
For real, CR.
Have you guys heard of cannas?
Do what?
Cannas, the plant. They're a bit of an
Yeah.
ornamental flower. They're very pretty.
Cannabis? An ornamental
No,
flower.
No,
Not cannabis. Cannas.
Canis.
Oh.
Canis.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
hearing what I want to hear.
Oh yeah, we get them.
Big difference. I mean, I've been.
It's a Derek. It's a Smith and Wesson SWAT, SWAT edition with pistol grip. My shotgun. Sorry,
Oh, it's all good.
Derek was asking.
Cannas, if you feel like growing something potentially productive, if you feed them well and they flower and produce a lot of great seed, you can collect and use that seed in your shotgun loads.
Really?
Some may even survive being shot and germinate.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard of pirates in the Caribbean using canna seed to.
And they're blunderbusses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So grow
remember hearing
your
about
own
that.
ammunition, damn it.
Yeah, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome. A lot safer on your water
forgot
source
all
than lead.
about that. Oh.
I'm not saying it'll be accurate or more lethal or any of that, but
Hey, I don't care.
It's
I
a
will have
possibility.
unlimited ammo. Yes. Hey, Spit, how you doing, brother? I'm sorry.
I didn't even know David was here.
Yeah.
It's the
He's
first
been
time he
working.
said anything. Since I've been here, anyhow.
He's just been sitting, listening.
Hey Matt,
Yes, sir.
I got to slip out here. I got an early day.
All right, brother. Yeah,
Thanks for having me on. Take care, Beth.
No problem. Thank you, brother, for being here.
Later,
Shelly.
man.
Take care.
Everyone else? All right. Catch you later. Bye.
Luck. The hell? Sounds like something's breaking through my trees.
Well, you got elephants over there? Where are you, Africa? Some of this. Breaking trees?
Don't know. I have no clue. I don't see any bucks. I don't see any deers. I don't see any eye shine. What the hell?
You got something paranormal going on now.
I don't know. I don't know. This land is fuck it. Whatever. They're gonna take me. They're gonna have a fight. I don't care.
Hey.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of a drink called a duck fart?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No?
No. What is it?
That is the right question.
Yeah.
One part Crown Royal, one part Bailey's, one part Kahlua. I take mine with, ice in a glass, but that's just me.
Huh.
And I think it's pretty freaking tasty every once in a while. I haven't had one in a while, though. Yeah.
Thanks for that, brother. I'll have to make one. 'Cause I got some Crown Royal too. I've got
There you
everything.
go, man. Good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hmm.
I've mixed many a drink.
Yeah, I
Made
used to know a lot of drinks back in the day, and that I just stopped drinking, and I replaced the memory of all those drinks and everything with everything else that I've had to learn.
Hey, Carol.
I've made
Hey,
countless
Carol. Yeah, Crown is that drink that takes me back to good times, like that's why I don't drink it too much, because when I drink rum, I I get into a fighting mood, and
Uh-oh.
yeah, like I almost wiped out a whole entire little dive bar because I started drinking, and I didn't like the way that the Austinite looked at me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I got I had like
Well,
3 people drag me out of the bar.
Oh,
I guess
man.
I'll have to keep you away from the Sailor Jerry's soaked cherries.
Mm. Yeah, I don't need anything with rub in it. Yeah.
That's funny, man. Rum,
Yeah.
that's the kryptonite, huh?
Yeah, that's my go-to. Like when I was young, like
Yeah,
in
rum and
Tennessee.
coke.
Oh no, hell no, just straight rum, like just shot after shot. Like the first shot, I'd be happy and I'd be everybody's best friend, but the third or fourth shot, if you just touch me, like I will break your jaw, like that kind of turn.
Oh, boy.
What I find interesting about rum
Yeah.
is that a lot of people are like, "Oh, rum. Rum is made with sugar," and they think sugar cane, right?
Yeah.
But it was a little bit more complicated than that, from what I understand.
Yeah.
From what I've read, they're often using a molasses from the sugar
Yes.
cane, and
Yes.
oftentimes the lower quality molasses gets turned into rum.
Oh yeah, they use the cheapest blackstrap rum to make it, because the blackstrap rum preserved it for so long. So
So
that's why
a lot of
pirates had. Oh, go
a
ahead,
lot
brother.
of a lot of the darkness from the rum, are they
Yeah.
trying to improve the flavor of the rum by back sweetening it with a little bit of molasses, or
Uh,
what are they
well,
doing there, huh? Right?
yeah.
Because
With
there's
the rum,
perfectly good white rum.
yeah. Well, the dark rums, or what they call black rum, um, it was more for sailors. It was more as a kind of a ration drink. It
Yeah,
the
this Navy
molasses,
had a ration on rum, that's for sure.
yeah, like they would give you a shot of rum a day, and the sugar and
Way more than
everything
that.
from the
Yeah.
molasses, yeah, it gave you your feel good medicine, but it also gave you nutrients that you needed also. So I mean, it wasn't the healthiest thing for you, but it's still done its job.
As soon as they figured out, hey, we need to start shipping limes everywhere, then the
Hmm.
British ended up with the reputation of limeade, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
limeade.
nickname came about,
I
limeade.
mean, and then the fast food restaurant Sonic, took limeade to a
Ooh, limeade. Oh,
yeah. I mean they made limeade into a anybody can drink it kind of thing, like and like out here in Texas and stuff, like they still make uh lemonade and limeade and everything out of lime and lemons. They don't
I do
use the
too.
fake stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Ava loves it when I make lemonade.
yeah.
She's like, "There's nothing like your lemonade with the lemons in it."
Yep.
Mhm.
Well,
Yep.
that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that the newer generations and everything, even a lot of the preppers don't even remember how to make
Oh,
original drinks how it was supposed to be.
And then
I have
she wants to drink it right away. I'm like, "No, Ava, just let it sit overnight."
Yeah. It's like,
most preppers that I know don't know anything about a freeze distilling
yeah,
uh,
they don't.
because
Um,
when would you use that, right? Well, you're trying to get sugar out of something,
Yeah.
right.
some sort of juice of some sort or another. You can take your
Yes.
beet, pulverize the snot out of them, turn them into a good juice, filter out as much of the pulp as you can, of course,
Right.
and try to freeze distill your beet juice to get a nice thick beet syrup.
Yes.
Maybe all you have is red beet. That's not the end of the world. You still have good beet sugar out of it, and hey, probably a lot of good antioxidants in there too.
I
Oh
have
yeah.
I have a juicer and I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I
Have
mean,
you ever tried
and
to freeze distill
yeah, I
with
like
your juicer?
Oh no, I haven't.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to, it's pretty straightforward.
mm-hmm.
As one big solid block, and you there's two ways, honestly. You can strain out the ice as it's freezing and never let the ice fully form in it, and by the time it doesn't form ice anymore, then it's done essentially.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, freeze it as one big solid block and try thawing it out, and once that solid block has lost its color, it's kind of a big red flag that what's left is mostly ice, and you're mostly done at that point. I oftentimes save this leftover ice that has the flavor of what is being made, and maybe a little bit
Yeah.
of sweetness. Not very much at that point, though. Oftentimes, I'll use it for making sun tea, for example. I've done this with apple juice
Yes.
before. Works
I
very well.
love some tea.
Yeah, and it's a great way to reuse this resource that is otherwise probably just going to be poured down a drain somewhere or
Right.
given to a plant, maybe.
Yeah. There.
Ava asked me why stores can't sell the kind of lemonade I make. I said, because it's not supposed to be a powder.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It it,
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah,
ferments. I
Yeah.
yeah.
mean, and that's what, like, beetroot, what they were giving southern soldiers during the Civil War was fermented beetroot juice, and it was the same thing as alcohol, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you know,
Mm-hmm.
the Confederate soldiers lived on that for God years, and it it had a great shelf date. You could can it, you could do whatever you wanted to with it, and it got them drunk. So that's all they really cared about, no matter
Yep.
what they could do, as long as they could get their alcohol, because they couldn't make moonshine, so give them the
Alcohol is
next
so
best
easy to
thing.
make.
Ava took grape juice out of the refrigerator one day. She's like, "Oh, pew, smells like alcohol." I said, "That's when it's good." She's
Yeah,
like, "What?"
There you go.
I said, "Go ahead, it's still good. Drink it.
yeah,
Just to make sure you're not going out driving or anything."
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Anything floating in it, strain that out first.
right.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
all you. I mean, that's how you did it. I mean,
Is what's floating in it green? Maybe
yeah,
not drink that one.
Yeah, you may have let that sit a little too
Or,
long.
or
yeah,
alternatively, if you're really, really desperate, I mean, very carefully remove it to make sure the spores don't end up in it, or so it
yeah,
doesn't continue growing in it.
yeah. That's what happened with one of the Confederate camps in Chattanooga, that they all got deathly sick because the beetroot alcohol that they had was growing spore mold in it. And
Yeah.
well, look what they're getting their source material from. Something that
yeah,
grows in the ground in the
yep,
south, where
oh
it's
yeah,
wet all the time.
yep.
No, this couldn't possibly go wrong.
Well, they weren't too smart, I'll tell you that.
Hey, Bama.
Hey, Bama, how you doing? But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this short. I'm sorry, Bama, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get up in the morning, and I gotta be at work. I ain't not at work, but the uh vet at 9 o'clock, and it's already 1:45 a.m. So
No, it's 2:45.
yeah, 2:45 for you.
Yeah, I know.
I've got
But
11:45.
oh, lucky you.
The spanning of the time zones.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, right? All
Jeez.
right, family, y'all take care, okay? And
You too.
thank y'all for coming up here and keeping me company and everything.
You're welcome.
But I love y'all. Y'all take care, and you're all family to me. And y'all if y'all don't see me for a couple of days, y'all know what happened. So,
Well,
but
Understood.
I'll try to check in with you too.
all right, thanks, sis. But y'all take care, okay? And
You too.
I love y'all. And y'all have a good one. And bye, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
And y'all take care, family. Y'all have a good one. Bye, y'all.